Check out carmarshall.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
He was going to make sure my injuries were healed because he was my doctor. He was my encouragement, my motivation, and what I believed was my safe place to speak the truth about how much pain I was really in. To know now that he took those beliefs, he took that trust and used it to molest not only myself, but over 140 young girls is something I still can't comprehend. I still can't think about without crying. We were just kids. We were just kids. Because I still remember the feeling of his hands. I still remember flinching from his touch. And I still remember him saying, "It's okay. I know you're not used to being touched there, but it'll feel better." I remember at that exact moment I realized I'd been molested by somebody I trusted, that I was one of the gymnasts he had abused, that my life was never going to be the same.
For the record, go to hell. And I've probably sent well over 100 kids to him over the years. So the guilt I feel for that is hard to fathom. So he didn't only deceive these girls, which is, honest to God, that's the worst of the worst, is what he did to these girls. So they have the voice. But what you did to everybody else who trusted you and sent girls your way is disgusting, reprehensible, unforgivable.
"100 victims testify in court over massive child molestation cover-up in USA Gymnastics." Nearly 100 out of the 140 women who have accused a former USA Gymnastics team doctor of sexually assaulting them are now testifying against him in court. By Rachel Blevins, January 17, 2018. Nearly 100 women will read victim impact statements this week, sharing their accounts of the horrific sexual assault they endured when they were young girls, at the hands of Larry Nassar, and in doing so, they are also revealing that USA Gymnastics enabled the predator. "You failed all of us, and for that, I see you in the same category of criminal as I do the criminal standing before us today," Olivia Cowan said in court on Tuesday, addressing the roles of USA Gymnastics and Michigan State University in allowing Nassar's abuse to continue for decades. Cowan accused the organizations of ignoring numerous complaints about Nassar's conduct and noted that they have still refused to take responsibility for their role in the abuse, claiming they were never alerted to Nassar's serial abuse. "Today, I am a mother, a wife, a daughter, a friend that is struggling each day to find peace and joy in all the things that once made me happy," Cowan said. Advertisement. The long-term effects stemming from Nassar's sexual and psychological abuse were also brought to light in court. Donna Markham spoke on behalf of her daughter Chelsea, who took her own life after a confession about Nassar's abuse that occurred in the doctor's office, while her mother was in the room, drove her to a path of depression and drugs that led to suicide. "Every day I miss her. Every day. And it all started with him. It all started with him, and it just became worse as the years went by until she just couldn't deal with it anymore," Markham said. Read more, #Church2 blows up on social media exposing rampant child sex abuse by religious leaders. A total of 140 women have publicly revealed that they were sexually assaulted by Nassar, and some of the most notable victims include Olympic gymnasts Michaela Maroney, Ollie Raisman, Gabby Douglas, and Simone Biles. Maroney, 22, was originally facing a $100,000 fine if she testified in court against Nassar, after she signed a non-disclosure agreement as part of her settlement with USA Gymnastics, according to a report from the New York Times. The settlement was finalized in December 2016, and it left Maroney with $1.25 million. However, she is now suing USA Gymnastics, the U.S. Olympic Committee and Michigan State University, claiming that she was forced to sign an illegal NDA preventing her from talking about her abuse and that the three organizations enabled Nassar's actions despite numerous complaints. During the period Michaela Maroney was being sexually abused and harassed by Nassar, defendants had the authority and ability to prevent such abuse by removing Nassar from his position as team physician at Team USA, USAG, and in his status with the USOC. They failed to do so, allowing the abuse to occur and to continue unabated. Maroney's lawsuit claims that she was forced to agree to a non-disparagement clause and confidentiality provision, and that she would be fined at least $100,000 if she was ever to speak of her abuse or the settlement. The lawsuit also claimed that Maroney accepted the money because she needed the funds to seek treatment for the psychological damage caused by Nassar's abuse. USA Gymnastics responded with the claim that the settlement terms were created by Maroney's attorney, and that the process culminated in a settlement agreement that included a mutual non-disclosure clause and a mutual non-disparagement clause. Read more. New study finds sexually abused girls in America get prison, instead of help. Maroney's lawsuit claims that USA Gymnastics had a plan to keep the sexual abuse of Nassar quiet, and allow Nassar to quietly leave USAG, and further silence his victims. It also alleges that Nassar has possession of thousands of photographs he took of Maroney, and he has shared them with other pedophiles. Nassar would continuously, obsessively, and compulsively photograph Michaela Maroney and is believed to have possessed thousands of photographs of Michaela Maroney competing in gymnastics events, training, in everyday situations. Michaela Maroney alleges that she believes photographs were taken of her while Nassar was sexually abusing her under the guise of treatment. Michaela Maroney is further informed and believes, and on that basis alleges, that these photographs were shared by Nassar with other pedophiles for their sexual gratification. Maroney did speak out about the abuse she endured from Nassar in a post on Twitter in October. She said Nassar began abusing her when she was 13 years old and did not stop until she left the sport when she was 20. She said the worst incident happened when she was 15, and Nassar gave her a sleeping pill and then sexually assaulted her during a trip to Tokyo for a world championship. Dr. Nassar told me that I was receiving medically necessary treatment that he had been performing on patients for over 30 years, Maroney wrote. It seemed whenever and wherever this man could find the chance, I was treated. It happened in London before my team and I won the gold medal, and it happened before I won my silver. Following intense criticism of the non-disclosure agreement on social media, USA Gymnastics has announced that it will not fine Maroney if she speaks out about Nassar's abuse. Read more. Actress with DNA evidence of her rape at Golden Globes mysteriously fell off a cliff and died. Nassar is now facing life in prison, and as the Free Thought Project reported in August 2017, the current policies used by USA Gymnastics are only helping to enable sexual predators like Nassar. What these former victims are exposing is also backed up by an investigation by the Indy Star which revealed that top executives at one of America's most prominent Olympic organizations failed to alert authorities to many allegations of sexual abuse by coaches relying on a policy that enabled predators to abuse gymnasts long after USA Gymnastics had received warnings. According to the investigation, USA Gymnastics would not disclose the total number of sexual misconduct allegations it receives each year. But records show the organization compiled complaint dossiers on more than 50 coaches and filed them in a drawer in its executive office in Indianapolis.
County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me, and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if some, you know, if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave a, let's say, actually, yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But, you know, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, you know, at least I can do it. You know, 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, you know, if I got, you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.